You ever been with someone so jealous you start wondering if you missed something? Like, did I cheat and forget? Did I black out and flirt with someone in my sleep? What's going on? Because jealousy is a special kind of delusion. Let me tell you a story. I once had a guy so jealous he accused me of checking out a man I didn't even see. I was literally driving, eyes on the road, hands 10 and 2, and if anything was getting my attention, it was the traffic lights. But no, apparently I had the superhuman ability to admire pedestrians through my peripheral vision at 40 miles an hour. And another time, I was accused of having an affair with a DJ. A DJ I'd never met, might add. Our entire interaction was, "Can you play this song?" "Yeah, no problem." "Cool, thanks." But apparently that was enough to qualify as a full-blown emotional affair. That's jealousy for you. It doesn't need facts. It just needs vibes. And the vibes are often wrong. And here's the funny part. With all my flaws, and trust me, I got plenty, but cheating isn't one of them. I'm actually one of the most loyal people you'll ever meet. But I've had so many relationships fall apart because they couldn't get over their jealousy, even when everything else in the relationship was actually really good. I've always believed if you feel the need to cheat, you don't love the person you're with. So what is the point in actually being in a relationship with them? But jealousy doesn't care about logic or loyalty. It doesn't even care about reality. It just shows up like, "Hey, I'm here to ruin the vibe." Because jealousy loves to pretend it's romantic. It's only because I care. No, it's because you're terrified. It's fear dressed up as love. It's insecurity pretending to be intuition. And it's control wearing a cute little outfit. "I'm just worried." Because jealousy usually comes from fear of abandonment, low self-worth, past betrayal, hypervigilance, and sometimes imagination on steroids. It's not about you. It's about the story their brain's telling them. And that story has no plot, no logic, and no character development. Because when someone's jealous, everything becomes suspicious. You're late means you're hiding something. You're quiet, that means you're losing interest. You talk to someone, means you're replacing them. You breathe near another human being, and that means you're having an affair. Jealousy is basically, I don't have proof, but I do have anxiety, and that's close enough. And here's a massive cost with being with a jealous partner. It feels like you're being monitored. It makes you feel guilty for existing. It makes you have to constantly defend yourself. And it makes you shrink so that they feel safer. And then you start apologising for things you didn't even do. It's exhausting. It turns the relationship into a full-time job that you did not apply for. And reassurance never works because you cannot out-reassure insecurity. You can say, "I love you" 1,000 times and they'll still be like, "Okay, but do you love me at 3 p.m. on a Wednesday when the wind is blowing east?" Honestly, it's a bottomless pit because it's not about the situation. It's about their fear, their past, and their unhealed wounds. And jealousy turns into control real fast. It starts with things like, "Where are you? Who are you with? Why didn't you reply?" And then it becomes, "Don't wear that. Don't talk to them. You can't go there. Why did you like that post?" Suddenly you're not in a relationship. You're in a hostage negotiation. Jealousy doesn't help a relationship grow. It erodes it, slowly but surely. Trust disappears, resentment grows, communication just collapses. And you get smaller and smaller just to keep the peace. That's not love. It's emotional claustrophobia. Jealousy isn't love. It's insecurity in a trench coat. You're not responsible for someone else's fear. You're not responsible for managing their imagination. Healthy relationships don't require surveillance because trust is built, it is not demanded. But here's where people get confused. There's a difference between insecurity and jealousy. There's a normal human, I feel a bit insecure today. And then there's, I've created a whole Netflix drama in my head, jealousy. Insecurity says, I'm feeling a bit wobbly. Can we talk about it? It's honest, vulnerable, and totally human. But jealousy says, I've analysed your breathing patterns and decided you're cheating. Insecurity invites the connection. All jealousy does is demand control. But insecurity says, can you reassure me? Jealousy says, prove it again and again and again. And here's the real difference. Insecurity is a feeling. Jealousy is a reaction. One opens a conversation, the other opens a case file. And if you actually want to stop jealousy from ruining your life, and you have to slow the reaction down long enough to actually understand it. Because half the battle is catching the feeling before it turns into a full-blown interrogation scene. So ask yourself, is this a feeling or a fact? What story is my brain making up right now? What is the actual evidence? Is this happening, or is this just happening in my head? And maybe don't have a conversation while your nervous system is doing the Macarena. So if you've been the jealous one, there's no shame. You're human. But you do need to look at where it's coming from. Is it your past creeping up on you? Then that's the wound you need to heal. The one that taught you love equals danger, that taught you people leave, that taught you you're not enough unless you're constantly on guard. Because here's the thing. Jealousy isn't the problem. Jealousy is a symptom. It's your nervous system going, hey, something in here still hurts. So ask yourself, when did I first feel like I wasn't enough? Who taught me that love can disappear without warning? Where did I learn that being replaced is a real threat? Whose behaviour am I still trying to predict or prevent? Because jealousy isn't about the person in front of you. It's about the person behind you. And if your jealousy is because your partner is actually a dodgy shit, then heal the trauma that's keeping you with such a toxic prick in the first place. Because that's not jealousy, that's your intuition screaming into a pillow. But either way, the work is the same. Figure out whether your fear is coming from your history or from your current reality. Because one you heal and the other you leave. Anyway, enough rambling from me. But before I go, just remember you're not too much. You're not too sensitive. You're not imagining things. You're trying to love someone who hasn't learned how to feel safe yet. And that's not on you. So if any of this landed for you, if you felt even a little bit seen, stick around, subscribe, and come hang out with me again. We're all navigating this messy, ridiculous human experience, and not one of us are doing it perfectly. But this video is just my take, my experience, and I really, really want to hear yours too. So drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me, what's the wildest jealousy moment you've ever experienced, yours or someone else's? Because the whole point of this channel is not just about me talking. It's us understanding ourselves and each other a little better every time.